Yes, I guess I wanted to start off with, do you recall the first time that someone resonated with like a piece of music of yours and told you that they related to it?
Nice question. Defo. It will have been on the first single, I think, which was called If You Wanna, which was a good few years ago now. But definitely that process itself, when someone resonates with the music or at a live show or sends a personal message about how like the lyrics is exactly what they're going through. I think personally that's my favourite part about being in a band. When someone gets the song, especially the lyrics, obviously because I write them, that's my favourite part about it. I'm sure everyone else is different, but yeah, that happened very early on really. But now, even a few years on, it still remains my favourite part about being in the band.
You mentioned the first single there, and when it came out, it kind of hit with like immediate impact. You know, it had a big effect on the trajectory of the band. How long had you been working on music as like a collective before that?
That band, we'd obviously messed around for kids with as kids for a long time.
Not messing around for
Oh god. Yeah, for a long time, not together, you know, in different groups and stuff. But that band, literally a month. I think we had one song at that point, and that was it. We recorded it with a friend in Liverpool and uploaded it to BBC Uploader. And about a week later, we were playing Reading and Leeds Fest, and it was BBC Introducing Song of the Week. Yeah, so that's, yeah, you do hear stories like that and you think, oh no, people have made them up, but that honestly happened to us.
How did having such a positive reaction like affect the way that you perceived your own music to that first song?
I think we're all quite down to earth people. Like I don't think we thought, you know, let's all get leather jackets and grow our hair. We've made it. I think we're quite like, I don't know, we're quite down to earth really. So I don't think it didn't have a negative effect on us. I think we were shocked really when we were like, God, Radio 1 must be short if they're playing us. But no, it had a really nice effect on us, but just not an arrogant one or a negative one. Just you know, this might be worth doing. Let's see where it takes us.
And obviously with where it's going to take you and where it has taken you, how do you ensure the band is like constantly moving forward and progressing and evolving? What do you have to do to make sure that's happening all the time?
I think we have to be quite hard on ourselves really. I think fundamentally we're friends, but obviously at times, especially when you're practicing and rehearsing and writing and on tour and stuff like that, you can't take it too seriously, and you can't, you know, you've got to be open with each other, and if you think somebody can improve, just talk. Communication is the best kind of the way, you know, this band or any band can kind of keep progressing, and you know, if I say to Tom, I think you sounded shit tonight, it comes from the right place.
Notice how that was me.
Yeah, but yeah, you can always be better no matter what you do. So we know that there's lots of room to improve. So we just keep working hard.
Have the topics that you're writing about in the songs as well, have they shifted as you've kind of evolved about? Now they've consistent?
No, yeah. We had an interview the other day and she actually said, will you ever write a happy song? And I honestly don't know how to write them. And it's not that I don't think I'm happy, I am, but I don't think that I've always found it easier to write a certain song, and that song has always been a sad one really. Obviously about past experiences and stuff, but I wouldn't say it's changed drastically, has it? I'd like to think that maybe sonically the boys have done different things with music and stuff like that, but the pretense of the songs and the story of the album, it won't be something, you know, it's not about climate change, it's about, you know, a long distance breakup and the stupid things you do for love.
I mean, you mentioned writing sad songs there, you even referenced that in the songs kind of, because I took it off last EP, I wrote in the lyric, these breakup songs cannot right my wrongs, that hit me. Do you use songs like as a way to process events in life now? Do they almost become part of the process for getting over things like a breakup?
100%, man. That's so true. I definitely used used songwriting as a bit of therapy. And that sounds maybe a little bit like I shouldn't be admitting that, because it's very personal, but I definitely did. And I feel sorry for anyone who's gone through a breakup and doesn't have an average indie band to write songs for, because it helps so much, man. It helps so much. Yeah, sometimes you write words and it helps you understand something that happened, and if I wasn't writing songs for this band, that I maybe would have not yet understood it.
From like a consuming point of view as well, that people will use your music and they'll use other people's music to help them get through tough times by listening to it. Why do you think music kind of works like that in the way that no other art form does? Because you don't hear about people like going watching films to get out of a tough time, do you?
Yeah, exactly. As I was saying to your first question, man, about people resonating with the songs is my favourite part about being in a band. And for that reason, man, I don't know, but I think you don't even have to write songs to know that. You know, we've all had our hearts broke, all gone through tough times, and the first thing you do is stick someone on. And if you come across an artist that says something that you're thinking but you've never been able to say, then you love that artist forever. So hopefully we're doing that to a few people. Probably not, but hopefully.
I'll speak to like artists as well and musicians who are, some are maybe like obsessed with like finding out what the perfect pop song is, or some want to like write a riff that can fill a stadium. Are there things that you're obsessed with, or you're fascinated by music that you want to try and...
We're still searching for that riff that fills a stadium, aren't we?
Yeah, we definitely are. I don't think we think too much about... I do think we think too much about a lot of things, but hopefully I don't think we do it too much about songs and sounds, but I might be lying to myself there. Maybe we do. I guess everyone does. I think fundamentally we have to make ourselves happy, because I think if we all sat there and thought about what kids in Glasgow wanted or kids in Manchester wanted, then it's not as personal anymore, is it? So I think if we keep writing songs and make ourselves happy, hopefully people get it, and if they don't, then
Don't overthink things too much. Just sort of don't try and write what's going to be the next number one. Let's try and appease these people. Let's try and appease these. We just write it, and if we like it, then we like it, and if not, then we swerve it.
In that sense, do you think you've taken more or less risks then as you've like gone on as a band and progressed and written more tunes?
I don't know. I feel like everyone else is probably different. I think my style of writing, I don't think I've changed much. If you've heard these songs, then they're all sad. I think the biggest risk I ever took was ever starting to write them anyway, because they're so personal, and everyone that's close to me knew what they were about. So it wasn't like, I wish he'd give a bit more, because I've been wearing my heart on my sleeve since like day one, even if people couldn't stand it. But I think some of the boys probably definitely they've got better on their instruments, they've got better live, they got better in the studio. I suppose we've been in the studio so many times, so now we can kind of take a few more risks production-wise and stuff. Maybe at the start we were kind of, let's just get in and do the song, but now, 3 years on, everyone's a lot more educated and experienced, so hopefully there will be slight risks, but I don't think we're going to do a psych album anytime soon.
You mentioned when you first started off, and you still do now, you're putting your heart on your sleeve, and it was kind of tricky to put songs that personal out there. Do you remember the moment when you realised like how cathartic music could be and how it could help with the process? Definitely writing on my own, even songs that maybe didn't even ever come out or no one even heard the line. As I said before, songwriting is definitely a version of therapy, and anyone going through a breakup, just join a crap band like me and just write for it. But yeah, from maybe a fan kind of resonating with us. It's happened so many times, and probably happened to everyone individually actually. But yeah, it's as you say, there's no other art form like it, is there? We've all kind of fell in love with an artist or a band because they've put into words something that you weren't able to. that's part of the reason I think as well why you've been so successful is your ability to put that out there. As well as that, what do you think has been most important to your success? Friendship or hard work? More important to your success out of those two?
A good mix of both. As I said to you before about being friends, there's times where we kind of do each other's heads in, especially when we're basically living in a van for a week, then, playing for half an hour, then going for dinner together, then back in the van, then sleeping in a travel lodge room together. It's like, you do that to 5 of the bestest friends in the world and there will always be tension. It's just about them times when, if two things spill over, or, I say something about Jay's guitar tone, or he says something about my vocal or something, you can't take things too seriously. You just have to realise that we all want what's best for the band and what's best for the songs, and yeah, the worst thing to do is to start taking the band too seriously or your friends for granted, really. But if anyone does kind of overstep the mark, you have to just think, well, kind of just remind yourself that we're lucky to be here and we're lucky to be playing songs with our friends.
Yeah. Got one left for you.
Go on, man.
In the music you create, what do you think is more important, meaning or emotion?
I like these questions. I always do everyone's head in, probably because I want the artwork to represent exactly what the song means to me, whereas I think the others are kind of like, well, I just want it to look good. So I do always think meaning is very important. I do want things to mean things, but I do think they go hand in hand too. I think, I don't know, this interview's been kind of related about lyrics and songs, and as far as indie bands go, and I'd say that we've got very personal, sad lyrics, and I do think that some bands kind of sidestep away from going down that route just because it can backfire, and I hope it hasn't for us. But yeah, a good mix of both meaning and emotion, and I do think that they're two words that mean a lot to us about the band. They mean a lot to me about words and songwriting, but I think collectively too, it's just about finding that happy medium between both of them and getting the most out of both of them.
That's a good content. Thank you very much.
No worries.
Thank
Thank you.